Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Mixon with a first down carry. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. The numbers for Mixon last week, 23 carries, 65 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Able to power through. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Cruz. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. Pushing tacklers aside. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Juju Smith-Schuster with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And, partner, they found 8 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Hodges. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. He completes this to Sutton. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He'll look to throw. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back to throw. Got a man open, it's Sutton. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board. Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
They'll set up to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Devin Bush able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I'm coming.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch the screen.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Watch safety creeping. Yellow. Safety's creeping.
Throwing now is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. He's got Smith here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And Diggs has it. A very solid gain of 27. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this 1st half. So this drive ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they lead the visiting Minnesota Vikings at halftime. The Titans seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Hunter Renfrow, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And we roll the highlights of the game he's had. You know, when we talk about wide receivers and how you shut them down, what about when you have a tight end like this? The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. And this one complete to Smith. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On first down, Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Check your hot read.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That is caught by McCaffrey. Touchdown, Buffalo. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. A try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he finds Austin complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Mixon, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. That last run good enough to have him surpass for his career. Get this, folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short...
And he loses the football a second time. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mahomes going to throw. Dancing to his left. The open man is Smith. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Barkley. Able to avoid him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, not that he needs another milestone, CD, but he just surpassed 19,000 rushing yards in his career.
And all I'm seeing right now are past greats flashing through my head, their accomplishments, what they did on the field, and he's broken their records. I see LaDainian Tomlinson. I see Emmitt Smith. I see Barry Sanders. And this guy now is the all-time rusher in NFL history, and we were here to see it.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's put up.
2nd and 11. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun to give to Nixon, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
You better be ready.
Once again, they run with Nixon, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A draw play for Mixon, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch one. Watch one. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
They'll drop the throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. As his guys are in for 6. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. It's complete to Diggs. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Watch out. Check 3, check 3, check 3. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Needed more than 3, but that's all they got. And it's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Fight on these two, fight on these two. Arms up, little lady. Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Mahomes now on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Yellow. Switch up, switch up. Watch that. Check. Shift. Switch. Correct.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Yellow. They're running it.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes flush to his right, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Check 43. 43. Check 24. Check 24. Check.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Check
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And the rookie Saquon Barkley, the one who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Alert 3. Bang, 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 bang. Kill. Watch twist, watch. Let's go.
They'll go to Barkley again. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line through an opening, and there he goes. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
McCaffrey, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out here in the eye. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Buffalo, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New England, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.